Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 2 of my winter vlog. I was just able to upload day 1, which was for December 26th, yesterday. This morning, I could not get my video to upload last night, all throughout the night, and I woke up and looked at YouTube, and it still was saying it was uploaded just 26%. So I just sent refresh signals and unplugging and replugging, and finally I realized that one of the cords going into the modem was very, very loose. So once I plugged that back in, I just decided to delete all the uploads I had done because I had kept trying to reload, just wasn't working. I deleted all of those and just started fresh, and the video was uploaded in no time. So I think we need to call the cable folks, the cable guy and or gal. We need to call them up and probably get some wires rewired because they're really old. So anyway, again, welcome back to another day of my winter vlog. I have a fairly busy day today. I'm just taking a quick break from work this morning to have a cup of coffee and some breakfast, which is some plain Greek yogurt with honey, lavender, with honey flavored with lavender. That's from the Zach and Zoe Bee Farm. I will link to their website. Really delicious honeys. And I've got some fresh blueberries and a gluten-free granola I picked up from the market a few days ago. My entire diet isn't gluten-free, but I have been toying with the idea of going gluten-free for maybe a month or so, just to see how my inflammation markers do. I've talked in the past about some autoimmune issues that I'm dealing with, rheumatoid arthritis, as well as an autoimmune form of psoriasis that affects the palms of my hands and feet, which is not pleasant. So medication is keeping things somewhat at bay, and I'm just wondering if I make changes on my end, including trying gluten-free, if that will help even more. So that's another thing I've been toying with. So basically what I want to do today, after work, I have to go to the eye doctor and take a test for glaucoma, actually. Now I totally understand what they mean when they say getting old is not for sissies. All of the previous tests turned out just fine. This is actually a test I'm going to retake. She wants me to retake it just to make sure that everything is okay. So I think I'll be in the clear. I don't have to take medications at this point. I just have to keep a close eye on it and get those exams repeated once a year. So I need to do that, and I'm still trying to figure out what dinner will be. It might be something pre-made from Trader Joe's, or I don't know. Nothing is coming to mind right now. Maybe I'll pull out a cookbook and try to get some ideas. So definitely have to figure out dinner. And I will continue writing in my crafting journal about some goals for things I want to make in 2024. I shared my crafting journal with you yesterday. And here at the top are just some general goals I want to focus on. And at the bottom, those are some goals related to the podcast I want to work on. So I'll just turn the page, and hopefully today I will get a chance to write down some specific goals, specific things I want to make in 2024. And what else? So yesterday I shared with you that I wanted to cast on a hat, and I did not get to cast that hat on. But I will give you another close-up of the 2 yarns that I wound yesterday. So this lovely skein is by the Copper Corgi, and it is their Jones worsted base, I believe. And I believe it is a blend of merino, yak, and silk. So it is super soft and lush and cozy. And I'm going to hold that with this skein of mohair. This is by Chelsea Luxe Yarns. This is her Luxe mohair, I believe, is the base. So I'm going to hold these two together, and I'm going to put the name of the pattern right here. But basically, the pattern is also from Chelsea Yarns, and it is just a basic, like oversized slouched beanie, which is my favorite type of hat to wear because I have a lot of hair, and I have a larger hat to wear because I have a lot of hair, and I have a larger head. So I need something that will accommodate both of those issues, and then I just love the combination of mohair with DK and worsted. So I definitely hope to get this cast on today at some point and see what else I can get into. But for now, I'm just gonna sit here, enjoy breakfast and coffee, and make out my list for the things I want to accomplish today. Oh, before I do that, I also have to make sure I get in my two squares on my mitered square blanket. We talked about this yesterday also, so here it is again. So definitely want to get those two squares done. So that's quite a bit on my plate for today, but I think if I stay focused, I can get it all done. I'm just realizing Cash has been chewing. I'm like, why is this wet? And it's because I left it for just a second and he started chewing on the string. So I'm just gonna cut this off because this is gross. Cash, really? I mean. Gotta love him. It's lunchtime and I am having the final bit of this tortellini and kale soup that I prepared day before yesterday, and it was a huge hit. My family always says they don't like soup, and then when I make a soup, they devour it. So I try to make it hearty. This has ground turkey, onions, carrots, celery, and chicken and beef broth, garlic, chopped mushrooms, kale, and then some pre-packaged tortellini. I believe I got it from Trader Joe's. And you just mix it together the way you would normally make a soup. And one thing I will say is not to add the tortellini until you're almost ready to eat it, because you still want that pasta to have a little bite to it. So that's my only tip I would add. And then just season like you like to season. I used Italian seasonings, garlic powder, salt, pepper, some crushed red pepper to give it a little bit of heat, and a touch of curry, which is a tip I got from my good friend Stacy, who is an amazing cook. So I find myself adding curry to almost everything because it just gives it that really nice extra layer of flavor. And then the final thing to finish this off is to add some heavy cream, which is completely optional. You can just have it as a broth if you'd like to. And you can just play around with this. You could add tomatoes or zucchini, some other vegetables, but it's really, really good. It's a really, really good hearty winter soup. So I'm going to finish up lunch, and while I'm finishing up lunch, I'm going to look through this cookbook I've had for quite some time. It's the from the Half Baked Harvest collection of cookbooks. The writer is Tegan Gerhardt, and I've been following her on Instagram for at least about a year, and I'm not sure who introduced her to me. It could have been Sandy by the lakeside or Christina from Chelsea Yarns, but I really love her method of cooking. It's exactly the way I like to cook, minimum prep, but with amazing results and using a lot of fresh ingredients. So I'm gonna look in here and see if this book will jog my memory for what we can have for dinner tonight or tomorrow. So it's pretty late in the evening. It's about 10, a little bit after 10 p.m. I had to step out earlier this evening. I went to my place of worship, was there for a couple of hours, and now I'm back home and I am so tired. I felt perfectly fine when I left, and now I feel like I could just sleep for 12 hours. So before I go to bed, I wanted to show you the progress I made on my knitting projects. I was able to add one more square to my blanket. There it is right there. This really, really pretty yellow yarn. Wait, is this the one I did today? Hold on, because that might not be the one I did today. Hold on. Yes, that is the one. Remember, this wheat colored one is the one from yesterday, and this yellow is the one for today. So I fell short of my goal, and I don't know if I have enough steam in me to do another one. Maybe I can get 3 done tomorrow, or who knows, once I put my PJs on and get comfortable and pour a glass of wine, maybe I'll feel up to doing my second square. Also, I was able to cast on for my hat. This is the Chelsea Yarns On the Road Again hat. And I am so completely smitten with it already. I have it hanging out in this adorable project bag from Fangirl Fibers. Fangirl Fibers, this is the 2023 Rhinebeck bag. It's a really nice, it's like a canvas, but it has a slight sheen to it. And it's a drawstring. Perfect size for a hat or a cowl. So let me show you the progress I've made on the hat. I'm working with 3 strands of yarn, and this is what I have thus far. Oh, I hope this is showing this good. Can you see the sparkle? I'm afraid you're not going to be able to see the sparkle really good. You know what? Let me switch to another mode. Okay. There, it's showing up a little bit better. Can you see those sequins in there? Oh, it is so, so pretty. If I can take a couple of photos, I'll insert them here, but this is so enjoyable to work with. The cast on was a bit tricky because, like I said, I am working with 3 strands of yarn here. So I've got my Jones Road worsted, I believe that's the base, from Copper Corgi. And I'm holding that with a strand of mohair from Chelsea Yarns. And then I'm also holding it with this very thin lace sequin yarn. It's gold. And I absolutely love it. So now that it's cast on and I've got those first 2 rows done, it's just so smooth and soft and silky. This video just isn't doing it any justice. It's super sparkly, really, really, really sparkly. So I'm going to really, really enjoy doing this. I think I have about another ½ inch or so on the brim, and then it's just straight stockinette stitch until you do the decreases for the crown. And I'm knitting it on a US 9 needle. So very, very enjoyable. The only alteration I made for this hat, and I'll share this with you because it is a free pattern. The pattern calls for you to cast on 72 stitches, and I just wanted to make sure that it was definitely going to fit. So I cast on 76 stitches instead of 72, and that is divisible by 4, I believe. So I should be okay when it comes to the crown decreases. So that's my oven. If you just heard that, it's preheating because I'm gonna throw a pizza in to nosh on before I go to bed. So yes, so very excited about this. Glad I was able to get it cast on, and I will no doubt make quite a bit of progress on this tomorrow. I did not get to work in my planner as I had planned, but I did take a few notes on my phone because I want to plan out what sweaters I want to knit in 2024. And that's the perfect segue into our sweater make-along for 2024. So if you don't know, I am hosting a sweater make-along with Rochelle of the Queen's Yarn Boutique podcast. Together, we are encouraging everyone to knit sweaters in 2024. There will be prizes. One prize will be drawn every month. And the way to win a prize is just to participate. To participate and use the official hashtag Year of the Sweater MAL, or leave comments in the thread in the Ravelry group. And I will leave a link to that location in the show notes as well. So really, really excited about that. And there's something else exciting related to the make-along coming up later this week. I don't want to talk too much about it because I might spill the beans, but I will say that Rochelle and I had a chance to be together in person in her hometown of Wilson, North Carolina. We just happened to go there for a funeral, unfortunately. We went to the funeral on Saturday, and spent the entire day with Rochelle and her husband Jeremy on Sunday, and we just had the best time together. It was like we've known each other forever. We hit it off perfectly. The yarn husbands got along as if they've known each other, and we're already planning our next get together, our next meetup. We've been talking about meeting on our end for the Seafood Festival in 2024. So that was quite enjoyable. But yes, stay tuned to both of our channels, the Queen's Yarn Boutique podcast, as well as this channel for updates and information and everything you need to know to participate in the sweater make-along for 2024. Speaking of sweaters, I am wearing the Ingalls sweater by Caitlin Hunter. I knit this sweater probably about 3 years ago, and I used Wool Knives DK and Plucky. So the Wool Knives DK is this beautiful yellowish green color is the main color, and the contrast color I believe is biscuit, and this is on the Plucky Cozy base. This is probably by far one of my most favorite sweaters I've ever knit. Definitely one of the top 5. It's so cozy, it's so wearable, easy to wear, and it fits me really, really well. So I believe that's all I have to share with you today. Tomorrow I will share with you some of those sweaters that I'm thinking about making for 2024, as well as some more crafting goals for 2024. So then I'll see you tomorrow. What you doing, babe?
Well, I'm gonna season these tomatoes out in a little olive oil and some herbs.
Okay.
And a bit of pepper.
Fancy.
And so now, put these on there.
Some olives. I'm sure this pizza is amazing just as it is, but
Yeah.
it's always nice getting a few more veggies in.
Add a little TLC to it.
Does the prosciutto go on?
It goes on after it comes out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what get cooked.
I don't know. I think I want mine cooked. Do you think we should just stick to them?
Well, that's what the instructions said.
If you cook it, it'll get crispy. If you put it on,
But you know, it's very thin though. It's not like
Right.
bacon.
How long does it stay in the oven?
about 12 minutes. I was going to leave it in a little bit longer because I didn't cut the oven to 425.
Okay.
450, sorry.
Okay.
And it may start. We have an interesting smoke detector.
It's very sensitive.
And we don't want to hear that noise in there.
And neither does Cash.
Right. So that's that.
Okay, so we have to test out this this new technique of marinating the vegetables before we put it on the ready-made pizzas. I love the way it looks.
I think it's all about enhancing flavor in your food. So it's like to do that. Olive oil works with anything.
We do this a lot. Unfortunately, I don't always have the energy to cook. So I try to choose ready-made things that are delicious but also nutritious. So this looks nice and healthy, a nice little more. It's late also, so we don't want to eat too heavy.
Right.
Since it's so late, that looks really good, babe.
All right, I'm putting it in the oven
Okay.
for about 15 minutes.
Okay.